I really need to get to Sema next year. What's going on, guys? Welcome to the channel. My name is Casey. If this is your first time stopping by the channel, I do upload new Jeep and off-road videos every week, so think about hitting that subscribe button. I would love to have you as a subscriber here on my channel. This week, I'm going to talk about my 5 favorite Jeep Wrangler JL mods that I saw featured at Sema 2019. Last week, I uploaded a video, my 5 favorite mods for the Jeep Gladiator featured at Sema 2019. If you want to check it out, there's a link up there in the corner. With that said, let's get right into this week's video. All right, the first product comes to us from Dynatrac, who are very renowned for their Pro Rock axles and making great off-road super strong axles. They have released a new Profloat XD60 axle. Now this is supposed to give you the strength of a full float axle, but without having to replace your wheels with a new lug pattern. The new Profloat XD60 uses an all-new redesigned flange system that is much more durable to high impacts. And this has always been the weakness of a semi-float axle, where you end up getting bent axle shafts or bent axle flanges. So Dynatrac also says that this gives it best-in-class clearance, as well as it's 100 pounds lighter than their full float axle systems. I will be keeping a close eye on this because this makes for a very interesting new front and rear axle setup. You can go with the Pro Rock 44 in the front, and now you can go with this Profloat 60 in the rear. The only thing is, the Pro Rock 44 is only rated up to a 38-inch tire, and Dynatrac's saying this new Profloat XD60 is good for a 40-inch tire. So I'm not sure exactly if they're gonna maybe make the Pro Rock 44 a bit stronger so that you can run 40s without having to step up to the full-size axles, or if you're gonna be either limited to a 38 front and rear, or you can roll the dice and run 40s in the front and run 40s in the rear with this new Profloat XD60. Anyways, a really cool product that I think lands in a really niche spot, and I really look forward to some of these axles arriving on people's rigs. The next product comes from Smittybilt. This is their new XRC HD pivot tire carrier for the JL. Now this is interesting because all of their pivoting tire carriers up until now haven't been rated for a 40-inch tire. They've only been rated for a 37-inch tire. So this new heavy-duty carrier will allow for a full-size 40-inch tire to be mounted on the back in a vertical or a tilted fashion. The tilt gives you a little bit more ground clearance underneath the tire for when you're dropping off ledges. You can now tilt the tire carry up a few degrees, giving you a few more inches underneath the tire. This is a really interesting solution if you don't want to go with a full body mount carrier for those large off-road tires and wheels, and you want to have something that retains the factory mounting locations on that hinge carrier. And you get the bonus of being able to tilt it. This is definitely going to be at the top of my list of JL mods in the near future. All right, let's talk about shocks. Teraflex, the maker of Falcon shocks, has released an all-new product line called the Adapt series. This is the Falcon 3.5 shock with piggyback reservoir. This is a really interesting system because this allows for electronic adjustment of how the shocks ride while you're driving. Now, the shocks can be purchased in different stages, from buying the shocks to start with the adjuster on the shocks themselves, to an in-cab adjustment, which allows you to go from firm to soft, or you can add on the electronic module, which actually measures G-force and lateral movement of your Jeep, and on demand automatically can adjust the firmness or softness of just how your shocks are, depending on what is currently happening with your Jeep. So if you're going around a higher speed corner on the road, it can firm them up to reduce body roll, or if you're going through an articulated section on the trail, it can soften them up and allow you to roll through them a little smoother. And as well, you can download an app which lets you connect to the electronic module and make adjustments on just how the shocks behave with their firmness and softness settings and how much G-force is currently happening. I haven't been able to find pricing yet with these, but I am sure that they will be on the higher end of pricing for shocks. But you are able to purchase the shocks, and then you can add the electronic control module later. So you don't have to make that investment all at once. This is a very interesting system from Falcon and giving us a whole new level of ride control and comfort. The next product comes from Rugged Ridge, and this is their LED Taillight Guards. These guards completely encase and surround your taillights, giving them maximum protection from bumps and bangs on the trail. And if you've watched any of my other vlogs, you know that I end up backing in and bumping into things on the trail. You encase and surround the entire taillight with these new guards, but it doesn't affect any of the LED lighting or the sensor system, which is really cool. As well, and if you didn't know, the JL's taillights are spring loaded. If you're driving down the trail and you bump into something going by, those taillights will actually bend out a little bit on their spring mechanism. The way that these guards are installed, that doesn't affect that at all. So now, instead of the plastic, you've got the aluminum housing around your taillights, taking that bump or bang, and you can still have them flex in and out so you're not ripping them off your Jeep. So this is a great way to protect your OEM LED taillights with blind spot sensors, because if you haven't checked it out, they are quite expensive to replace and they stick out from the side of the Jeep and the rear of the Jeep quite a bit. All right, before we move on to my last product that's my favorite from Sema 2019, don't forget guys, I do upload a new video every week to the channel. So if you want to see more of my content, hit that subscribe button. I would love to have you join us here on the channel. And let me know down in the comments below what your favorite product for the Jeep Wrangler or the Jeep Gladiator was from Sema 2019. Maybe it was featured here in this video, or it was something that I have not yet seen. All right, my favorite product this year for the Jeep Wrangler comes to us from American Venture Labs, and this is their new VersaTable tailgate table. This is one of the best looking tailgate tables that I've seen so far, with a bunch of great features integrated into it. I really like that it has no cables supporting it when it folds down to get in your way. This has a bamboo tabletop as well. They've added an LED light strip across the top to illuminate your cooking or chopping service, whatever it is you're doing on the table. This is all aluminum with a MOLLE system on it so that you can connect pouches or other bags that you may want to secure to your tailgate. On the side of it, it has a bottle opener, which is made out of steel so it doesn't break. And there's a hook there to hook your trash bag so that you can move whatever it is you're cooking or cutting on the tabletop right into the trash. And then when you're done, slide it and put your tailgate table back into place. I really do like the look of this table, and it is gonna be on my list of future jail products for sure. So which one of these products was your favorite from my list? Or if there was one that I didn't feature here in the video from Sema, let me know down in the comments below. And I'll see you guys next week in my next video.